Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, let me introduce myself. My name is Jules. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a commercial food photographer and stylist and cookbook author and lifelong planner. And every single Saturday, we sit here for an hour and a half and we plan and we chit chat, we hang out. Some people do arts and crafts, some people just hang out. If you are watching, come join me in chat. Let me know what you are working on today. If you are watching this on replay later, and by the way, you're amazing, let me know what you are doing while you are listening to me yammer. Um, Today, what I'm doing before I do my planning, I am going to be doing a live unboxing walk through first impressions of the plans by Just Scribble Planner. It finally arrived on Monday. The fact that I haven't opened it beyond cutting this so I could open it easily, um, it was very difficult not to just open it and look at it for getting like a real-time reaction. But I made it through, especially as I have been waiting for this for so long because of the Canada Post strike. So yeah, let's get this done. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that has my address on it. Hopefully, I did not have that. Oh gosh, I should have checked that beforehand. Um, so putting that aside. So in this, we have um her business card. Don't forget to just scribble. Shopjustscribble.com. I will put the link in the description afterwards. I didn't have time to do it beforehand, and I should have. And then there's this pen sticker and some pencil stickers. Let me just put this all back. And I'm not going to walk through both volumes. I don't think I'm going to. Oh, this is much thinner than I thought it was going to be. Oh, okay. I do have a cover here that I want to try in afterwards. Hello, Liz. Liz is saying that they love the fountain pen sticker. Yeah, it's really cute. Very cute. Hello, Daniel. Yes, I got it. Yeah, so my first thing is I was worried that it was going to be much thicker. This is basically the same size as the Jaboon Techo Days before it has anything in it. And let me see. This is a Jaboon Techo. Well, okay, it's a little bit thicker. Maybe it's more like the Hobonichi avec. Let me see if I can. No, it's a little. Hold on. Sorry, I just wanted. It's a little bit thicker than the avec as well. Not much. Definitely though. I meant to. Hold on. I have to grab it. I meant to, but I didn't. But it's definitely thinner than. Where did I put it? Come on, Jules. Don't be a ding dong. Um, Here it is. I haven't decorated the cover yet, so it's kind of like always escaping my vision. Okay, so here's the days from this year, which is like the two volumes in one. It's definitely thinner than the days. Not by much, but it's thinner enough where I'm not worried about it becoming too chunky when it's all filled up because an example of how chunky my don't come on, don't fall. Everything's falling on me. An example of how chunky my days can get when I'm done with it. So, that's my first impression is that the size is one that I think will be much more manageable for how I currently use my days. Doesn't mean my days is like I'm still going to use my days for something, but that's the first part of my first impression is that is going to be manageable when I put stuff in it. Okay, let me put this somewhere. I'm running out of room here. Let me put this over here for now. Get it out of the way. Open this. My hands are all sweaty. It doesn't want to come out. Oh well, I'm not going to be precious about it. There we go. Open the garbage. So yeah, it's pretty flexible, which kind of worries me. I mean, I'm worried about durability because it's so flexible. I've never used a flexible planner before. I know a lot of people like it, but it's one of the things that actually has me a little bit apprehensive about using it because like the cover on this is much it doesn't I mean it's flexible, but it feels more substantial. Um but I like the patterning on it. Let's see if I can get it show up. It has like little dots on it. And I like the color. Now, this one was my plans, my key. I don't know if I'm going to use the key yet. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to use anything yet. So this is the 2025 calendar. This is for future planning going into the second half of the year. If something comes up that you want to put in the date and what it is, you can do that or you cannot. It's completely up to you. This is just a regular Calendex. No idea how I'm going to use any of it yet, but so that's there. And then 2025. Let's see if I can figure out how is this going to make it show up. This might work actually. Yes, you can see the grid somewhat. So it has the three boxes at the top, and this is it has somewhat, no, is that the header? It is the header from the other side. So it has three boxes on the top and some grid. I'm not quite sure how people are using it. Maybe it's for like overall goals or something for 2025, but then we have these annual goals pages here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. I already have my goals written out, and it's actually the perfect amount of goals for, let's see if I have it in my notes here, for like my overall goals for the year. So I have, let's see what I have: physique, accomplice health and nutrition, bodybuilding, anti-diet books that I'm working on, leisure, school, my not yet announced thing, and then I have two extra areas for goal setting for all the different areas of my life. So I like this page, and I'm going to absolutely use this and transfer it from other places into having one place. So this is one of the things that I love about the plans by Just Scribble, is that I have so many areas in my life, so many different projects, so many different pieces, moving pieces, that it's nice to be able to see it all in one place. And then we have the quarter one. Again, it's the three boxes and then the grid at the bottom. And how I might use this is similar to, let me get this out here, similar to, I haven't put tabs in here, to this month, like quarter one, I might have an overall goal, but it's like what I want to do and what I have to do. I might use these three boxes for these three boxes, and then use the rest of this area for the end of the month or quarter interview to actually like what I was able to do, what extra I got accomplished, blah, blah, blah. So this is a good substitute for this that I use religiously. And I like the fact that it has quarter as well as monthly because it helps to break down my bigger goals into quarter goals and then further into monthly goals. So I like the way that this is organized. And then it has the quarter one goal buckets all over again. I don't know how I'm going to break down my annual goals into quarter goals. I haven't even done that part yet, but it's there. And then it has, what is it? Like Is it January? Oh, so it has, these are things to track. Let me put the paper underneath so you can see the grid. Going back to this 56 or 50, whatever it is, Tomoe River paper from the 68 that I'm using in the take notes is going to be, it's going to be a thing. So I'm going to use these track kits for the Gantt charts that I currently use in my days for, do I even have it set up right now? I put my holidays there, and I also put, I haven't set it up yet in here. Um, I also put like when I'm planning to study certain things, or if I have a project and have a timeline. Anyways, I use it like a Gantt chart, like project management Gantt chart. You can use it for tracking other things, but that's how I plan to use it. Is how I use the Gantt charts in the Jabun Tetros, both the biz and the days now that I'm no longer using the biz. So I'm glad this is here. And then this is just a blank page, and there's a dot in the middle. Can we see that? Yes. So it's a blank page with a dot, blank gridded page, I should say. Nope. Yes, it is gridded. It's not coming from the other side. Then we have a calendar, and then I don't know what I'm going to use this for. It's just a page for maybe things that you, I don't know, notes. I might use it actually. Normally, I don't. If I have something I want to do in a week or a day, I normally don't keep like a master list of to-dos and then transfer it to my day each day as I'm setting up my day. I normally try and retain all that information in my head. And then hopefully when I am doing my to-do list at the end of every workday for my next workday, I'm hoping that I haven't forgotten something that I need to do that week. And I might actually use this as like to-do list, not only for the quarter, but also for the day when it's appropriate. Then we have another blank page, gridded page. So, and then we have, again, we have this is where the 3 boxes on the front, and then the grid underneath, and it's where I will put my goals, what I would like to get done, and what I have to get done in every single month. And then I know there's another page like this at the end to do your check-in, so I might use this bottom section for something else. Doodles, I don't know. And then use the back of the month as intended for like checking in. We'll see. But I know that's here. And then we have a calendar. It's just a calendar. And then we have 2 more blank pages, which there's so many blank pages in here. I love it so much, which again, I don't know how I'm going to use, but they're there. And then this is the part that I'm really excited about. Let's start on this half. So this is like the week horizontal, and I don't know how I'm going to use this section, probably just deco, but right now on the bottom of my days, at the end of every workday, I write 1 or 2 sentences about my day. And this is a perfect place for this. 1 or 2 sentences about my day here. And then the focus, I don't have a focus every week. Well, actually, I do. I have my priority when I'm scheduling. So yeah, I could put my priorities there. These are priority tasks. I don't think I'm going to use that. This is a checklist. There's just lines, and it has a checklist. Another half grid. And again, oh, this is the wrong side. Keep it white so you can see. And then, so yeah, this is probably, if there's something I think of that I have to do this week, it will go here, dumped here, and then as I'm setting up my day, I will look through this list to see if there's anything on this list that can be transferred. Like, oh, I had to make a doctor's appointment, and I almost forgot to do that this past week because, again, I didn't put it somewhere that it had to be done by a specific day. And this I'm really excited about because there are 4 tasks that I do every single day that I have to write in when I'm writing in my to-do list in my days. The 4 tasks are my morning journal, my mood tracker at the end of the day, one sentence journal, and update planners. These four tasks I have to transfer every single day when I'm setting up my day. This is a perfect place for this to live instead of having to write it out every single freaking day. It's the only, yeah, so that's good. Um, and then I don't know how to use these, but it's nice to have them. They're just lines with check boxes. And then we have another blank page. And Monday apparently always starts on the right-hand side. This is the right-hand side. Sorry, I'm autistic. And a common thing among autistic people is that we often mix up our left and our right. Like I'm 49 years old. It was my birthday on Thursday, and I have to still hold up my hand to double check. Like when I'm driving and my partner is in the passenger seat and he'll be like, turn left of a head, I actually have to like do this on the steering wheel to figure out like which left is he talking about, because they're both left and I'm left predominant, and so both my hands are my left hand, and leftiness is also predominant among autistic people, and I'm just wondering. Anyways, so on the right hand side it has the to do, which I'm kind of, I don't know. This one is 24 hours. Do I have? No, that's not the one I want. This one is decorated. So let's grab a decorated page. So these are when I was on holiday. Find something when you're not on holiday, Jules. Here we go. So my to-do list is how this is in my days. I always like to decorate this top part when it starts at midnight of my calendar. Have my TikTok, this bottom part I leave empty. And so, I mean, my day starts at 8 a.m. every day and it ends at about 8:30. So this timeline, it goes from like 7 to 11. And it's probably like it's basically my whole entire day. However, I just kind of wish it was bigger just for decoration purposes, not at all for functionality. But I'll get over it because I have more space to do deco, which is going to be awesome, is because this is a full A6 and this is, or A5, and this is an A5 Slim. And so, like, anyways, it will be, and this is again a center dot. It will be interesting to see how I can do decorating differently with the extra space and with the timeline being on the left-hand side instead of on the right-hand side. And this continues for the whole entire week. Sunday, we get back to our weekly page. Same thing. Monday is always on here. So that's all. That's that. So we're get to the end of the month. And here's the January recap. That's what I was looking for. So it's a blank page on the top and then the buckets on the bottom. You can kind of see it. I don't know how I feel about the dots. I might get over it, but I don't know how I feel about that. They kind of stand out to me. Jackie, hello. How are you today? I'm great. So this is Plans by Just Scribble. And I linked her YouTube channel in the comments. And her website is Shop Just Plans. Let me get that out again. shopjustplans.com. Pretty sure. Let me do this again. Yes. Oh no, sorry. Shopjustscribble.com. And then she's at Just Scribble on YouTube and at Just Scribble on Instagram, or at justscribble.youtube. There's a dot there. But yes, it's Plans by Just Scribble. So yeah, January recap, and then February, it starts all over again. I'm gonna flip through the end of the first quarter to look at that page. So there's April. This is more Gantt chart. So yeah, we have at the end of quarter 1. So we have the March recap, and then we have a quarter 1 recap where you can do like what you got accomplished, add pictures, whatever, do what you want. Then we have a completely blank page before we get into quarter 2, and it starts all over again. And then what happens at the end of the half year? So this is the end of June. So yeah, June recap, quarter 2 recap, and then we have a whole lot of blank pages. Let me see if I can do math in my head here. No, my brain is tired. There's 42 pages. Oh, I did it. Yeah, 42 pages at the end, like back and front. So 22 spreads, or 20 spreads, something like that. Um, and then it says to be continued to go into. Actually, I'm going to open up the next year because I think there's something at the end of the year. I think there's the end of year recap. Yes, let's look at that. I think I'm already leading one way for like just because of how this is organized and because this is so thick for a full year. I can't like I haven't put any deco in this all year because I'm afraid of making it unmanageable. So I think this is going to be used for work private client information that can't be online. And this is going to be this. Take over this. Um, and I have room for like all like there's no place for like this at the beginning has I still haven't set it up for this year, but it has your 100 wishes list, your list of whatever. That's why I'm not using that for this. I'm using a different. Anyways, you can recreate all of that. Like you have so many blank pages. You can do all those lists that are found in the Jabun, Techo, both the biz and the days, and still have pages to spare in the plans. So this repeats all over again, but I want to get to just to the very end because I know quarter 4 recap. There we go, the 2025 recap. Oh, so that's the thing that I actually probably have to recreate is because of what a thing that I use religiously at the end of the Jabun Techo. It's both in the biz and the days. There are these. If I can find it. Is it not in this year? No, it has to be. So it's looking back on 2025. So there's your own personal accomplishments and things that world news, important things that happen in the news. And every single month, I put in examples of like big things that I accomplished that month. If I traveled somewhere to give a seminar or whatever, um, that kind of stuff goes there. So when I like, it's really easy for me to, and I do at the end of every month. And so what I'll probably end up doing is recreate that by drawing the lines for both, because I also fill out world news in here and well as well. So, I mean, that's the only thing that's like, I mean, I could still probably use this for it. I mean, just because I'm using this for personal stuff or like for confidential stuff. Huh. We'll see about that. Because recreating it's a lot of work. And I'm very much low effort. The minimal amount of effort for me to put into something, the better. Because if I have to spend a lot of time setting something up, that's why I can't. People who do like bullet journals, especially like I know bullet journaling originally was not supposed to be elaborate, but then people have made it like these elaborate things. I don't understand where people find the time to do all those elaborate setups. I just can't. I have 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, evening. Well, actually, I give myself an hour, but an hour a day is not enough time. So this has 41 to 81. So this is 40 pages. So it's 2 pages less than in the first half of the year, just because the first half, yeah, because of the recap at the end, which is fine. That's a lot of pages. So that's like 82 extra pages on top of all the blank pages. Like this is like there's blank pages throughout this whole entire thing. I think there's like 100 and something blank pages throughout. So I want to try this cover first. Is this like the same size? Oh, it may be. This is it's wrecked. It's a Midori MD notebook cover. I also have the Codex covers in case the MD cover notebook cover. How did I get? I know how I got ink on me. Never mind. In case this cover doesn't fit. Oh, interesting. I thought there was like a piece of paper. Let's see how this. Get in there, please. Does not want to get in there. Don't have to worry. The one thing about these flexible covers is I don't worry about creasing it or like damaging it. Like, oh, there we go. That fits perfectly. The Codex, which is a bigger cover, is probably would be too big on this. So, let me bring this back out, even though there's some deco in it. So it's slightly, maybe the same size, slightly slimmer than the Taken Out A5. Around the same size. Here, let's use this one. Because this one doesn't have as much deco in it. Yeah, they're roughly the same size. So I'm overall very happy with the plans. There's a couple design elements that's just me being fussy, like font, especially because I'm a designer. Um, I would have picked a different font. I don't like this one. Yeah, and just there's a lot of mixed fonts throughout here, but that's just an aesthetic thing. I could always cover it up if I wanted to. It's not a big deal. Especially stands out to me on the calendars. It's definitely not a font I would have chosen. Um, but that's it. And then the gray dots in the middle. And that's like a printing error. There's like a little dot there. And that center dot, I don't know. I mean, I know normally what happens is they're like, here, let me see if I can, the smart grid. I know what she was trying to accomplish because let's see if I can, there's a dot here in the center and then at the top and at the bottom, and then it has it on the sides. So you can either divide it in quarters or divide it in thirds really easily. And that's basically what this is. It's a smart dot. And because the grid numbers have how they work, she probably had to color the whole thing in instead of just doing a little dot in the center. So I understand why she did it. I'm just not necessarily a fan of it, so I might figure out how to cover it. It just distracts me. It's very light. I mean, again, it's a minor thing. Very minor. But there's so much stuff that I can put in here. So, that is the plans by Just Scribble. shopjustscribble.com. And I will put a link into it to the shop, specifically to that planner. So horizontal, there's a vertical version. But the reason the vertical version doesn't have the timeline on the individual day pages, and I need to have that timeline on the individual day pages. So that is why I got the horizontal instead of the vertical. Now, let's move on to setting up my week in my Take a Note biz. What else happened? Oh, I start going to the gym. I'm behind filling this in. Only one day. And I haven't done 2 days. I haven't done any deco. I had a deadline on Monday. I got it done on Friday. And when I have deadlines, the world. Oh, I forgot to do my lines again before today. The reason for that is it's 14 weeks tomorrow, which may seem like a long time, but it's going to be here in a nanosecond until my first competition of the year. And I was having so much anxiety because I hadn't even started working on my posing routine. I still wasn't 100% sure about my music selection. And when you're practicing, you have the benefit of the mirror. When you're actually on stage, and it's just much like I used to dance on stage and do dance shows all the time. So I'm used to it. But also, it's the reason why you're able to do it without looking in a mirror is because you practice the darn thing beat by beat over and over, and you do not move on to the next measure of music until you have the first measure of music 100% perfect, locked in. You can do it backwards and forwards. Your muscles know it. It takes a long time to do that. Like preparing for dance shows, I mean, it would be a full year working on 3 dance numbers. So I have one routine that I have to do 3 times because I'm competing 3 times, but I can reuse the, I don't have to do a different routine each time, which is good. But I was having anxiety just because I know how long it takes to perfect a piece of choreo so that you can literally do it with your eyes closed and not have to worry on music and every single muscle is going to be engaged the way it needs to, all of that other stuff. Last night, I finally locked in my music and I did the choreo, the shell of the choreo. And my anxiety, like so much anxiety every time I thought about it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's only 14 weeks away. I would like the type of anxiety where you could puke. Like huge, like the worst levels of anxiety. But now that I have my music locked in and I have the shell choreographed, I am so hype. I'm going to be so exhausted when it's over. So exhausted. It's going to be a long day. And when I was practicing today for about an hour, it was so active doing it that my Fitbit logged it as logged it as sport. I normally don't talk about calorie burns or how much I eat or any of that stuff because what works for me is definitely not going to work for another person. But so 45 minutes, this is like the automatic tracking, so 250 calories for just practicing my routine. It's 45 seconds long, and I was just doing it over and over and over again. And I wasn't even doing it full out flexing. I was just basically blocking the choreo and just working on where I'm planting my feet and the rough how my arms are going to be moving and the transition. So it's going to be a long day, literally requiring a lot of energy on very little sleep because I don't know if I'm going to sleep the night before. Like I don't know. Anyways, but I'm excited and it's just like how much fuel is it going to take like once I full on get so comfortable with the movements that I'm able to flex the way that I'm supposed to throughout, because that takes a lot of energy. Flexing and holding a pose, I mean, it's art, and it's not like what I'm doing classic physique, so it is very much like I get to incorporate a lot of my lyrical dance training into it, and it's very much like posing like a Greek statue type stuff. It's not what people think it is. A lot of people are more familiar with like the other bodybuilding. Okay, so like bodybuilding, and not so much with classic physique and then just plain physique. My priority for this week again is still client work. I got my first um, deadline was one day, but I handed everything in on Friday, which was awesome. Like before my lunch break, I was able to get it all done and then take the rest of the afternoon off. Now I get to move on to a different client project that I don't think I'm going to be able to actually get to this week because they're not quite ready for me to finish. But I'm still going to schedule it in. And if they are not ready for me to finish this project, then I will be studying instead. But, so yeah. Oh, wait. I only have half an hour in the morning. Okay, I have to do this differently because I remembered I'm start going to the gym this week. And my gym weeks, I'm going during my work day. So I'm actually going to schedule that first because my client work, I'll have half an hour pre-workout. Actually, I can work through. So I have until 1. Then 1 o'clock, go to the gym. It's going to take 10 minutes to get there, an hour and a half at the gym, 10 minutes back, shower. Do I want to give myself... I think that will be enough time. And then I'll be cooking. Normally I cook, do my 3 days worth of cooking during my break, but I will be at the gym, and then I have to client work, journal, and instead of working out, that's when I will be cooking, but I'm also going to be doing posing practice. It's going to be a minute before I figure out how my new routine is going to work. An hour and a half, and then posing practice at home. Eat. Yes. Okay. That should still work because I can have my snack while I'm working because it's a drink. Okay, sorry about that. This is a whole new schedule. I don't go to the gym on Wednesday. Okay, so let's color this. Let's go back to what I was doing. Priority for that day. Still client work. And then I don't have to put my deadline in because I've already done it. So let me just make sure. Oh, Porthos, can you stop puking, please? I don't know if you heard him. It's loud enough for me to hear him through my music and my headphones. I'm sorry if you heard him. That was very rude of him. And if you didn't hear him, I'm sorry for bringing it to your attention because that was then rude of me. Okay. Yes, I have that seminar here. Okay, so we're on this color. I have no deadlines. Let me double check again. Nope, that's good. I can color in. For people who are new, let me explain what I'm doing. This first section is my priority for the week. This next section, I color code because I have colors for different job tasks. I color code for my priority for that day. Priority for the week is what I want to get accomplished no matter what. Priority for the day is the first thing that I tackle. And if I get nothing else done, then it's fine. First thing that I tackle. And then I also put, so we have to make our dogs food because they're allergic to everything store-bought. It's also where I put dog food making days. If it's somebody's birthday, anniversaries, whatever, also goes into this area. And then this next section is if I have deliveries, expecting deliveries that day, any deadlines, um, stuff that's happening that day that doesn't have a time that I need to be aware of. And then this is my work hours. This is my after work hours. Down here, I have this section I use for if anything happened that day that I want to remember, I log it there. If I had a headache, happy mail. Um, Example for this last week. Let's go back. Yeah, I put my plans by Just Scribble arrived. I bought my gym membership for the year. Stuff like that. Um, okay, back to where breakfast. This is my breakfast hour. I have nothing. Actually, it is exciting. I am very much looking forward to going to the gym safely when no one else is there. It's been a long time. I'm kind of sad to be leaving my home gym and the fact that I outgrew it, but I'm also very excited to be going to the gym. Okay, this is back to when I will be at the gym and driving back home and showering and then posing practice. I'm not probably going to pose for the full 2 hours. That's a lot that I'll be exhausted. But that's enough time. And then Wednesday, don't go to the gym. I'm not doing posing practice either on Wednesday. So but I have lunch at my regular time on Wednesday. Oh, that's also eating when I get back. Break, lunch when I get back. That's right. So I do need until 4. Gym, break. Okay. Hopefully that's enough time. I'll know. This is a good dry run for that stuff. Let me just put this all across like I normally do for my break, and we'll just see how it goes. I don't I'm While I'm excited for this change of scheduling, I'm also not looking forward to it because I don't know how to plan for it. I mean, that's one of the things that I love about the Take a Note is that I can do my tentative plans in one half the yeah, this is another thing I haven't explained for new people. I do my tentative plans in one half and then what actually happens in the other half. And this yeah. So, and then I can cover over my change of plans with stickers and other deco, which What time is it? Oh, what? Oh, I got lots of time. I might show you how I do that because I didn't finish this past week. But I've done this. But I'm done. If I have time, we'll see. And then admin time here, and then planner time is next. 9:42. I might move planner time to. No, I have to have planner time. That's the wrong place for it. Planner time here. Crud. Can always go over it on this side. It's fine. I messed that up. That will be fixed later. But here is my right in. Doing it on the wrong side. I don't have to worry about this changing. So it's fine. And then 098. I have not really been watching anything lately. That's actually maybe a lie. Brilliant Minds. No, I didn't watch Family Law because it's a repeat. Yeah, I have not been, aside from, oh, I hadn't put in, so no, that's a lie. Chicago Med is back, and I watched that the other day. I think I watched that on Thursday. That's what happens when I don't fill it in. Um, that show has passed its Best Buy date, I think. I really do. Maybe Blasphemous. The last few years, like they changed like the atmospheric music and the acting style, and it's just like overly dramatic now. And 895 or N95. And what is the color for this week? I still haven't put the numbers in there. Wow. 533. I like 533. When I check my energy 3 times a day, I've also been duplicating this in my health and fitness journal, which next week I am going to start the stream showing you all the setup in my health and fitness journal and doing a walkthrough for that. So that's the first video live walkthrough that I will be doing in my what I'm using in 2025 um, series, since I can't 569, since I do not have time to 569 make a video like I have in years past. And I think I might compare it to when I was using the Hobonichi Weeks and how somebody can do basically the same thing in their Hobonichi Weeks in a Takano A5 and how that would work. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, time to write everything in. So to do. This is my to-do list of things that do not have a deadline, that if I find myself with extra time, stuff I would like to accomplish. That list has not been having anything inhabit it lately because I am no extra time. Priority, client work. Dog food making days this week is Oh, it's a 3-dayer. Yes, so Monday. I'm just going to write it on the other side so I don't. Nope, I will put that in the wrong place. So I'm not going to attempt anything. Do I have any birthdays this week? I do not think so. Nope. HelloFresh delivery on Wednesday. Delivery and milk delivery. Reminds me I have to change my HelloFresh order for this week. Then continuing ed and prep and breakfast. And then admin, client work, exercise. Also have a whole new exercise schedule. So it's weights and cardio. Yes. And then break. Where is? Uh-oh. I had it. There it is. Um, Journal. Gosh, for a minute I'm like, what comes here? This, I don't know, like, I'm gonna be eating or cooking, posing, and then eating. How do I label that? It's like, is it like break number 2? Because normally, like during my break on Monday is when I cook meals for the next few days and then eat afterwards. But this is all different. Like I'm having my meal that's already cooked when I come home and shower, and then I'm doing the cooking in the evening, posing, and then eating. I'm just gonna call it cooking and posing. That's weird. Cooking and posing. Feels weird to label it that. It goes all the way to 8:30. 8:30, yeah, I'll need that extra time, and this I only need 2 hours. I'm not even going to do the full 2 hours. Everything is all different. Okay, admin. It's really going to take my brain a minute to adjust to such a huge change. And it's 2 weeks at the gym, 2 weeks at home, gym home, repeat. Client work, exercise, weights, and spin. That's still the break. Journal, posing, and eating. But I don't need to put I don't need to put eating. But I'll be eating here. Oh, what are we watching on Monday? I think we'll be done Valkyrie by then. So I don't know. I'm not gonna put that in yet. Tuesday, 22 minutes. Son of a Critch. And North by North. I can't wait until North of North goes on Netflix for Americans. It's a CBC show, and it is so good. It takes place above, like in the Arctic Circle, and it's about an Inuk woman who is basically giving the middle finger to some of the patriarchal aspects of her life and going and doing her whole thing, her own thing, much to the chagrin to the community, because part of the Inuit way of life is that there's no such thing as individual. Everything you do is for the benefit of the community because it's necessary for survival. Like hunting, all the other stuff, all the food goes into like a community freezer. Like you don't hunt to feed yourself, you hunt to feed the community. And basically, she's going against a lot of that for her own. It's not she's not being selfish, but for her own self realization, actualization. I'm not quite sure of the word. Anyways, it's hilarious, and some of the things that happen during it, I can't say because it's spoilers, but it is very. Some people called it raunchy, and I'm not like some reviewers called it raunchy. I'm not sure if raunchy is the word for it, but it's raunchy adjacent. And maybe I just have a different definition of raunchy, but it's really good. And it's something you all need to be watching out for people who are not Canadian, for when it finally goes on Netflix, because it is just so good and so funny. That's the break, journal, and then write in. And Wednesday, Murdoch. Oh, what's the name of the other show we're watching? It's also a CBC show that just started. St. Pierre, I think it's called. Yeah, St. Pierre. So there is this, like right off of Newfoundland and Labrador, which is a province way east and north, and it has its own time zone that's 30 minutes ahead of the Atlantic time zone. Canada has 6 time zones. Anyways, Newfoundland is half an hour ahead, but off the coast of Newfoundland, and I don't understand like why we didn't when Quebec went from France being New France and part of France to part of Canada. I don't understand why we also didn't get Saint Pierre, but this is the thing. Like, there's this tiny island that is France off of the coast of Newfoundland, and it takes place on that island that is France in Canadian waters. And I don't want to call it. I mean, it's a police procedural, but it's not a police procedural. I mean, police things happen in it, but it's funny. A dramedy. It's a dramedy, is what I would call it. So we like the first episode. I think what I want to do is I'm not going to do my second half. I want to go and show y'all how I, when stuff changes, how I do that and finish filling out the first half. Or finish filling out. Is that right? I think so. Gosh, I hope so. Putting some decorating, doing last week. Oh, I have to put in Valhalla. No, I don't have to because I have to figure out what we're watching after Valhalla. And then journal. It's a little bit too big. I need to cut one off. Cover that up. Uh-oh. There we go. And then let's finish coloring. Oh, that's my watch saying it is lunchtime. You're right in. Oh, this is right. I did not. I have to put in. I feel like I watched something else other than. It's not the right color. 89. Where are you? Other than Chicago Med on Thursday. But maybe not. Family Law is wrong. I have to cover that up. I'm going to cover up the whole half of that. I'll try to. My dog got a hold of this again. So much of this has been lost to Ziggy's mouth. I can no longer put it in my planner bag. So my planner bag lives on the back of my couch. And Ziggy, one of my beagles, has taken it upon himself to start rooting. And it doesn't matter where I put this. I can like bury it underneath of a whole bunch of supplies. And that dang dog will stick his face in it and hunt it out. Like that's the problem with beagles, and they're obsessive. That's why you can't do certain things with them because they are literally obsessive, have obsessive compulsive personalities. That's what makes them such great hunters. But it's also like some beagles have. Okay, so warning: animals dying. Some beagles have hunted themselves literally to death because they will not give up. They are 100% compulsive. And yeah, so he goes in my bag and he will root this out. And so I can no longer have it with me when I'm not at my desk. Okay, that's fine. And then what do I have to cover up in the second half? I have to put that I watched Chicago Med here. We didn't watch Hometown. I'll have to cover this up. Hello, Porthos. You can't come up here, love. Maybe you can. Here, hold on. Let me. Hello, Courtney. You're not late. I mean, we're ending in half an hour, but that's still plenty of time. Oh, I almost grabbed my cat, but he left. If he comes by again, he like put his little paws up and started rubbing my side. If he comes up again, I will see if I can snag him, one of my cats, and show y'all. Okay, this is, yeah, 2 lines. I don't need a mark yet. What was I saying? I don't remember. I got distracted. The cat distracted me. Okay, yeah, what night did we watch? Pretty sure, no, Thursday. Did we watch Vikings on Thursday? Don't think we did. No, we didn't. We watched Kids Ruin Everything 3 times because we were behind. It was the season finale. It's actually Children Ruin Everything, and that apostrophe doesn't go there. So that's what we did there. And then this also, Vikings Valhalla was last night. Vikings Valhalla. So I did client work until here, and then I did self-care. This has been the last half of the week. There's been a few news items that have been difficult, and I'm glad that I was able to work in some self-care this week because I needed it. Before I color that in, let's just finish. Okay. What color is that? 95. Where are you? That's not 95. Yeah, it was nice. I was hoping to be done yesterday by um, my lunch break so that I could spend the afternoon doing things not that allowed me to like ignore the world. Okay, so now the admin color. Actually, let's decorate this before I move on to the second half. So what are you up to, Courtney? Are you planning right now? How was your week? Tell me all the things. Are Jackie and Daniel still here? Okay. Everything's falling over on my shelf because I grabbed some stuff and that upset the balance. Here we go. Do I have any blue stickers in here that will fit? I don't think this is the right one. Could be. Oh, here it is. I'm not a fan of any of these for decorating that. It's kind of topical, except for it's been too warm here. So, Courtney is saying that their week was good, just busy. They're meal planning now. Oh, I love meal planning so much. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I love that I get to do it as part of my job. I'm so my meal planning is probably maybe a little bit different than yours. Like you're more menu planning, probably. I have a in my head. I have a differentiation between meal planning and menu planning. Menu planning is like just doing this is what I'm cooking for dinner, and this is what I'm either gonna pack for lunch or whatever, right? And it's just like the bare bones. Like people will maybe list, oh, I'm gonna do spaghetti or whatever, taco night, whatever. Whereas meal planning for me is also, and for when I'm doing it for others, is also paying attention to macronutrients because I do meal planning specifically for sports reason, like to fuel my body, and same for clients is for a specific nutrient reason. Um, Courtney says it sounds fun. It is fun. I enjoy it, and so yeah, I do. I do it as part of my job, also um, as a recipe developer, cookbook author, and soon taking on clients as a health and nutrition counselor, specializing in sports and disability. So when I'm meal planning, it's also paying attention to not just what's on the menu, but the nutrients and whether or not they're adequate enough for fitness goals. Um, yeah. So what I want is not in there. Wonder if there's anything in here that is suitable for this first half of the week. If not, I might have to steal them from somewhere else or worry about it later. That's not the right color. Oh, I do need my dog sticker for this. I'll do it later for the other half. There's nothing. I just bought a whole bunch of stickers. But the problem is finding stuff. I wonder if I have anything in here that will do. Courtney is saying, we'll see, that's what I should be paying attention to. They're trying to get back in the gym swing. Ah, yeah. It's hard. It's also really overwhelming to like a lot of people. I mean, there's so much out there about needs, and a lot of it is not good information. Um, a channel I recommend for people. Um, her content is mostly focused towards women, but she has good, proper. This is all too cold. As I was saying, we're not getting winter here this year, but I think I'll still um, do it. She, even though her channel is meant for like focuses on women, her nutritional information is good for everyone, especially when she's talking. She has videos specifically on how to fuel your body for um, fitness and stuff like that, and how much protein you need, the fact that you actually do need carbs and fat, you need it all. Anyways, Abby's Kitchen is a YouTube channel that I recommend for people who cannot afford either to hire. Um, you don't want to hire a coach. You want to hire somebody like me, not to post my own, like who has coaching, like who has actual at least 2 years of post-secondary education in nutrition. So a registered health and nutrition counselor or a registered dietitian. And in the US, I can't, what is it? It's called an FSA. We don't have it in Canada, but a lot of dietitian services are covered by FSAs. So, and in Canada, registered, like both dietitians and people like me, services are covered by private health insurance, like that you would get on top of our universal health care from your employer for things that are not covered universally. Courtney is saying, got it. I'll look up the channel. Go ahead and promote yourself. Yes, I will be later at some other time. I'm currently, well, I will actually. I think it's .ca. Let me check the website first. I'm right now, I don't have it up yet completely, but I am building my wait list and I have been meaning to. So I have linked already in the blog. I have a blog that I do that's about bodybuilding specifically, healthandnutrition.ca. Okay, that's it. Yeah. So let me just double check this. Yeah. So accomplice healthandnutrition.ca. And it's coming soon, but I am accepting a wait list. So my services are trauma informed, body neutral, restriction free, food neutral. That like I don't. There's no such thing as good foods or bad foods. Food is food. Sports and disability specialty, whole body, and queer and disabled owned and operated. So there's just a link there to join the wait list. You just click that, your email client of choice will open with the subject line waitlist, and you just put in the subject of the email that I would like to join your wait list. And I'm hoping March or April, I will actually be like working full time with clients instead of doing some practicum stuff that I'm doing right now. So my goal for this year, one of my goals for this year is to to grow my waitlist slash client base to 10 clients. I have 3 at the moment because I just started. But yeah, that's my goal. I'm not sure I'd be able to handle more than 10. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And even if you don't know if you can afford me or not, you can still join my waitlist to have a free discovery call and to see if we're a good fit. Um, Courtney is saying, "Let's go." Thank you. So yeah, that is happening this year, and I'll obviously be talking about it more as the year or months go on. I'm trying to find stickers. You know what? I'm just gonna go on and do the bare bones of covering up my mistakes and at least coloring in for this second half of the week. So you all can see how that happens after the fact. And I will worry about deco later. Because I feel like I'm wasting time trying to find decos that I have not pulled or organized for this month yet. Because I have been so busy. So this was all admin. I did not do client work at all. My break started there. What was I doing on that took so long? Does my days give me a hint? I know it was something. Oh, I know. I was pitching. I should put that down here, actually. This is what I would normally put this down. So I pitched an article. And this was working on my pitch letter. Pitched article for a Canadian publication. Okay. And then food meeting. The meeting color is 800, which is this one. And then I had self-care afterwards because meetings, I mean, it's too much peopling for me. In fact, I was able to get any client work done on Friday and finish it before my deadline. Normally after meetings, I am wrecked for days. The joys of being autistic. But I was able to, yeah. So journal, and then I exercise. So that doesn't need to be fixing. I will cover this up in a minute. I just want to color in the second half. What is going on over there? Porthos, can you stop please trying to cause problems? I do not appreciate it. You're making me nervous, friend. 89. I need to cross this off just so I know, and cross this off. 95. And now let's cut enough. Till, yes, I cooked on Thursday, so it would have been till 1:30, which is, let's do it here. It's not quite tall enough, but it'll do. Anyone else, when, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but anytime I say it'll do, immediately I want to do the farmer from Babe and just be, it'll do, pig. It'll do. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I used to watch it like once a year, and it's been years since I watched it. I need to watch it again. It's such a good, feel-good movie. I should put that on my to-do list. Watch Babe. Anybody who doesn't like Babe, I don't know if we can be friends. It's one of those movies. Where's the center? Right here. That if you haven't watched it, that's fine. If you watch it and you don't like it, I don't know. You may be a little sketch. It's kind of like Courtney's saying, is laughing, that's a blast from the past. Yeah, right? I mean, but it's just so good. It's a feel good of Charlotte's Web as well. Even though Charlotte's Web ends tragically, every time I think, oh, I need to watch Charlotte's Web again, but the ending of Charlotte's Web, even as an adult, makes me bawl my eyes out. I can't. I can't. I get too attached to the damn spider. Sorry if there's kids around. Uh, Thankfully, Babe doesn't have that sad ending that ruins us. Why does this fit? It shouldn't. It should be too big. I'm not going to question it. I'm going to use it. Oh, come on. I'm so inky. What's another show that I need to watch? Oh, we watched recently, and it's been too long since we watched it, The Sound of Music, which takes a lot of liberties with the actual history. But it used to be something growing up, and I don't know if it's just in Canada, but it's considered a Christmas movie in Canada because it's on TV every single Christmas. I don't understand. Like, there's no Christmas themes in it, but that's when it's on TV. And so for me, Sound of Music is a Christmas movie. And so this Christmas, we watched it for the first time. So long. 75. I also need to watch the Secret of Nim again soon. Oh, and Princess Bride, but mostly the Secret of Nim. That owl terrified me as a child. Terrifying. It still kind of terrifies me as an adult. I am not ashamed to admit. The owl's a little bit, yeah, extra. Okay, that one needs to be cut down by 1. I don't understand why it fits here. But that's so weird. Maybe because the line was just trimmed. It's that much too. I don't know. Weird. Okay. 75. Where are you? Right, there you go. And then 89 right here. And then, oh, come on. Oh, no, you cannot be out already. Courtney's saying, nah, the owl is scary. And and they like owls. Oh my goodness, my says almost out. I just changed this. What the heck? Okay. I don't have my refills over here. They're in my bag. Oh, there we go. I just needed to make the... Yeah, I like owls too. That owl's creepy. Is this 95? No. This is. No, that's 70. This is 95. Okay. So that, I might as well color in the plan with me since that's obviously happened. I haven't changed my schedule there, so I can fill that out, which is 850. I need to put a bookmark tab here. Yes, 850. And I might as well shade this in. There we go. So, I think I can remember this. This was this. I think yesterday was a 4, a 2, and a 1. I didn't exercise. I didn't do spin. Do I want to correct it? Because I still did some. No, I don't need to correct it. I still exercised. What doesn't specifically matter? I tweaked my calf, and so I had to do something else other than spin last night. And I didn't think I did my ride on Thursday, and my calf was not feeling the greatest, and I just thought it was cold and needed to be warmed up a little bit more. And it's like, no, it was already injured, and I don't remember injuring it, and then I kind of aggravated it a little bit more. It's not like horribly torn or anything, but it is definitely tweaked. It needs to have. It's fine if I'm on my heel. It's going on my front, my big toe, and the next toe in, and it hurts. Like it's a very specific spot on the right side of the back of my calf. So, do I? No, I don't think I have time. So I think this is a really good place to end. So yeah, that is how I fill things in after the fact and use stuff to cover it, make any corrections, and then I will go in. I have to do this week and put stickers in these areas, which I need to hunt down. And the stickers match the same color of the week. So that is my last week. Well, kind of. We're still here. Thank you for everybody for watching. Again, the link for plans by Just Scribble is shopjustscribble.com. Next Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. British time, I will go and do the live walkthrough. Oh, my camera just died, so it's perfect. Walkthrough of my health and fitness journal before I do my planning. Thank you for everybody who watched. Thank you for everybody who is watching this on replay. You're amazing. Um, like helps people find it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit that notification bell. If something happens and I can't be here next week, I will leave a message in the community tab. I hope everyone has a safe and fabulous week. Until next time.